So yeah, hello guys. So recently I made a website using Django backend during my summer vacation. The tech stack I used for the website is Python, Django, JavaScript, mainly Ajax, and SQLite database and Redis server, Celery. So let's start the demo video. Actually, so as you can see, the products are listed here. Gucci Flora for uh, uh, we have Puma women's jacket, the price, the mm, uh, so here we can see that American Tourister, Park Avenue Fit, Polo, Gucci Strip. So the all products are listed in products model in our database. So as you can see, here we have Gucci Flora Woman with RDP, which we have seen earlier. This product, it is coming from here, and all the products are listed here. Let we go to a product like Park Avenue Men's Regular Fit Polo. So if we go to this product, and here it is here Park Avenue Men's Regular Fit Polo. So yeah, the products category is clothing, and in clothing Park Avenue. I will explain in a while like what is the meaning of this clothing slash Park Avenue. Just wait for some time. Here keywords are given: brand, title, keyword, description. Description is given. Image one is basically this image, main image, and price, the amount. The minimum amount means the amount means the quantity or the stock of this particular product we have in our warehouse. So if the minimum amount, like minimum quantity, that goes below 3, so it will say that the product is not available. And here we can see the detail. In detail I have used CK editor. CK editor is basically a very rich text editor which gives us an advantage over normal text editor. Like in normal text editor we have no options to highlight the particular text, or to make it bold, italic, or to add images into the text, and to change the size of the particular word. So we can do that with the help of CK editor. CK editor is basically very rich editor. We can add images, we can make a bold, italic, underline, like everything we do in Word we can do in CK editor. It's basically a word. And the status are also given. Status is yes, so if it is no, that then it will not be shown on our website. And slug is also given. Slug is basically a URL, a unique URL, which is needed to identify the particular product. And we have image which we uploaded, and we have 3 more images. These images are you can see that 1, 2, and 3 images. These images are those images which are uploaded here. Okay, so that was the description of the product part. Now let me show you something. Here we have actually here we have like our categories, like accessories is a category, bags, children, clothing, man, shoes, women, these all are the categories. And in the accessories category we have Armani, Espinal of London, Gucci, Zara, Puma. These all are the brands related to that particular category. As we can see that we have clothing, we have Gucci, Park Avenue, Puma, Peter England. And in man we have Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Puma, Zara. So yes, the logic behind category and the relationship between the brands is like a tree wise. Like if we have a parent node, call it accessories, and we have 5 childs of that accessories. Like first child is Armani, second child is Spaniel of London, third child is Gucci, fourth one is Zara, and fifth one is Puma. So it's like a tree wise structure. So how can we implement it in Django? So I have used MPTT, Django MPTT model for fulfilling that purpose. As you can see, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 main node, or say 7 parent node. like accessories is a parent node, bags is a parent node, children is a parent node. And if we expand the accessories trees, then we can see that Armani, Espana of London, Gucci, Zara, Puma, these all are the childs of that particular parent node. And so let me show you something. Like if we add category, if we go into add category and choose our parent, let me choose accessories and give it a title of let's say Bata, and keyword is something let me do some demonstration purpose only. So if we add an image, let me add my image. It doesn't mean anything, so let's do save. I use a Django MPTT model. Django MPTT model is basically a Django MPTT model. What Django MPTT model does is it basically a tree-wise data structure. It gives us an edge over normal model. We can implement the tree relationship between parent node and child node, so we can have efficient data structure. It is useful for reducing the query set. Actually, we have to make only one query and we will get all the categories related to that product. And if we have some condition in Django MPTT model, you can find it in the Django MPTT official website. We have some official queries, like if I want to have only child of bags, then we can have only one query set and we will have child of only bags. So as you can see, let me refresh here. Okay, so as you can see, we have added Bata. So Bata is showing here. In accessories we have Bata. Let me add a new parent so you can have a very clear idea. If we want to add parent, then we don't have to put anything in here. Okay, so let me put a title. What should be the title? Let we put jeans. Okay, and keywords is like the description, anything. Choose file, let me choose something. Okay, status is yes, and let's just save it. So as you can see, the jeans will be added over here. So here it is, the jeans. Right now we don't have any brand associated with jeans, so it is not showing us anything. Let me add a brand in jeans. So let me select here jeans as a parent. Title, we give title like uh, whatever, like whatever. And if we choose it, say yes, and 7 and another. So as we can see, the if we refresh, we will have whatever is listed as a brand under jeans. So here you can see. So this was the main motto of having a particular data structure, have a efficient data structure to fulfilling this motto. So now let us go to the accessories. Like if we go to particular accessories Armani, then we will have all the related products related to Armani. And if we go to clothing, then we will have nothing, because clothing is not associated with anything. If we go to some particular brand, then we will have that particular products associated with it. From where it is coming from, let's see. If we go to products and let me go to here Gucci. So here we have told it that the category is clothing and slash Gucci. So here you can see that the ID, it is a ID 16 and Gucci is slug. So all the related product 16 and Gucci will be listed over here. Now let us go to some product. Okay, let me go to here and add it to our cart. Like here you can see the Right now the cart, so sorry for the interruption. Right now as you can see the cart is empty. So if we add two product here, and let me add it to the cart. So as you can see the cart is now changed. One product is in the cart and the total amount we have in the cart is 2000 rupees, actually 1000 into 2, so 2000. Let me add one more product. uh, let me add one more product. Let me add this. So if we add one product of $7000, let me add. So here you can see that the amount will be changed. $9000 are there and two products are there. So as you can see, if we delete one product, uh, so as you can see that now it is showing only two product and the bill is of only $2000 only. So let me add some product here. So as you can see we have only one product in our cart and $2000 is our total net product. Let me add one more product. Let me add three quantity, add to shop cart. So we have here, let me go to shop cart. Here we can uh, have here we can add a coupon code also, but I haven't implemented that functionality yet. So let me go to proceed to checkout button. First name is really last name. Okay, let me, okay. So yeah, now comes the main bigger picture. Like as I have told you that I have used Celery and Redis. So what it is being used for, like we want to send an email with a automatically generated PDF of the bill. So what I did was, before checking out Celery, I was doing only a I was executing normal process. Like if I click on this placeholder button, the my view function will be executed. In the view function I have wrote a logic to produce a PDF and send it over to mail to the to end user, which is here. Like email will be sent to tryteachers.janvi@gmail.com with a automated or automatically generated PDF of the bill. So what was happening over there, like it was taking too much time to load the website. Like the view function will be executed overall, and then only the user can switch to another page or the home page. So user will have to wait, and it is not that much efficient. It is very time consuming process to send an email to generate a PDF. So what I did was I used Celery. What Celery did, Celery is like it is used for doing or it can handle heavy task asynchronously. Like sending email is a heavy time consuming process, so it will handle it asynchronously using Redis server backend. And all the process of generating the PDF and sending the mail over to the server, it will be handled by Celery using Redis. And user will not have to be wait for more time to uh, check out for, so if we go to checkout and if we place the order, so as you can see user will not have to wait for more time. Here we can see that this the order is completed. We have order ID and thanks for shopping with us. So as you can see it hardly took 3 to 4 seconds to load the web page. And now if we see over here, okay, let me refresh it. The email is not yet being received. So yeah, here it is. We have received the email. So as you can see the email was sent after some time, like after 1 minute or 2 minutes, after 1 minute. So as you can see that our web page was loaded like after 2-3 seconds only, but the email was sent to us in after 60 seconds or 70 seconds. So you can see that, hello, greetings from Trivedi, we have received your order today, thank you for shopping with us, and we have generated a automated bill with the order code. Order code is HSHGEKQ, which is mentioned over here, HSHGEKQ. So it is being done by Celery. As you can see, the Redis server is running, and if we type ping, we can have pong. So yeah, that was done by Celery actually, and it is very normal PDF, but for demonstration purpose it is good that I have generated automatically PDF, and we have products here, we have total here, we have grand total with GST, we have order code. So basically the use of Celery was to reduce the load on our main server and to divert the traffic or to divert the load over to Redis, and it will handle it asynchronously without affecting the wait time, without affecting the speed of the page. So user will not have to wait, and we will have better user experience. One thing also, here I have implemented a automated search query, like if we type GU, then we will have all the products listed over here which is related to GU. If we type PU Puma, so we will have in no time, like Puma women's jacket is being done by Ajax query actually. So if we type like bag, we will have a small mount shaped laptop bag. We will, if we type spray, then we will have Gucci Flora for women. So it is very fast, and it is for better user experience also. So I used Ajax query for for accomplishing that task, and here we have a logout functionality also. So if we log out, so here we can see that I have logged in after I have logged out from my main account. So if we log in again, then you can see that here my picture comes up and Nisarg is here. So that was the main demonstration of my project actually. And also we have a contact us button also here. Let me do something here and add a project. This is a test message, and let me click on send message. It will be sent to here contact messages. If I log in, then we will have, so here you can see it's a test message. Status is also given. Also we can have order products. Here the all the ordered products are listed over here, like we ordered 2 pair of Park Avenue men's regular fit polo and 3 pairs of Park Avenue slim formal shirt. So it is listed over here. If we see the orders detail, then we will have particular order, like I have very big amount. So if we go to this, we can see that we sent over to traveler.chanvi@gmail.com. Status is new. We can have accepted, we have preparing, on shipping, completed, cancelled. The admin can do any of that, like if the product is accepted, then we will use accepted button, and we will send the notification to user, like your order was being accepted and we are preparing your order. The shipping, the product has been shipped to your the nearby center, or the order is completed, or your order is cancelled. So yeah, the user is user ID, address, city, state, countries, and as you can see that nothing is editable. So yeah, that was it. And the order products, like this is order, and whichever item is ordered here, you can see here. You can also type like it is accepted or cancelled according to your requirement. So that was it. It is a fully functional e-commerce website actually. Here we have user profiles. In user profile we can extend the user model actually. We will give the foreign key to user model, and we will have phone number, address, city, country. Sorry for the interrupt, it is being customized actually. So yeah, that was it. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I hope you will be fine and safe. So tata, bye bye.